I think it's Malachi chapter 3, start 13. You know, read that real quick.
Yeah, 13 to what? Just 13?
13 to 18, actually.
Your words have been stout against me, says the Lord. Yet you say, what have we spoken so much against you? You have said, it is vain to serve God. And what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yea, they that work wickedness are set up. Yea, they that tempt God are even delivered. Then they that feared the Lord spoke often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord, and that thought upon his name. And they shall be mine, says the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my Jews, and I will spare them, as a man spares his own son that serves him. Then you shall return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serves God and him that does not serve him.
But you see, he was saying, he said, your words are harsh against me, says the Lord. Yet you ask, what have we spoken against you? You have said, it is useless to serve God. What have we gained by keeping his requirements and walking mournfully before the Lord of hosts? He says, so now we consider the arrogant to be fortunate. Not only do those who commit wickedness prosper, they even test God and escape. But we're seeing this so much in our day-to-day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How God is showing you that he has feelings. He's showing us that he has feelings. Like what that man said to me, when he said to me, he's like, what if I would have just not did it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just been like, I don't care what God said. You know what I'm saying? There's no benefit in doing this Bible study. There's no benefit in serving him.
Absolutely.
God would be offended.
Yep.
He'd be so offended and be like, you know, we could be like everybody else, like the ones that were raised in the church. You know, we've seen our parents and we're like, you know, it didn't really happen for them like we thought, or like they said it would, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? Our generation, we turn away. We say, what was the benefit? What was the benefit in serving God? So he's offended. God gets offended at stuff like that. And lighting is bad. But God, he's looking for a heart now. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for this generation just to, you know, acknowledge him, come back to him, be faithful to him, you know. And just like you were saying, there was things that could have kept you away, you know, just any little thing that was happening. And it's like, that's type of stuff happens to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like I'm saying, the ones that recognize it and actually get over that little whatever's going on in their life are the ones that prosper, are the ones that God can be like, you know what? You have been faithful to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like you have to be obedient.
Yeah.
Just like the guy in the chair that told you about, you need to stay here.
Right.
What if he wasn't obedient to what God told him to tell you?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That's how powerful that is.
Yes, that is powerful. And he said, I didn't want to tell you. He was like, I told him, I'm like, man, I want to put a sock in your mouth.
Yeah.
Because I don't like nothing that you're saying to me right now.
That's right.
Because it goes against my plans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had my own plans to do. I was going off to live a better life in the sun.
Right. Right.
I was watching last night. Lima was the fourth worst place to live in Ohio.
Wow.
Out of the top 10 places, Lima's number 4 out of everywhere in Ohio. Number 4.
Sad.
And you want me to stay here?
Right. And I have what it takes to go.
Right.
I got what it takes to go.
I got everything. I got everything planned.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I said, man, I want to put a sock in your mouth.
Mhm.
Like I said, I don't like nothing you're saying. He started laughing. He's like, listen, I didn't want to tell you. Like, I was even scared to tell you, you know? And I'm like, but if he didn't know, if he didn't say it,
Where
you
would
know,
you be now?
where would I be? I don't know. Because the deception is, I think I can go out there and live a better life,
Mhm.
but you could end up going out there and getting swallowed up by a whale.
Don't it?
You can-
Boy, oh
like
boy.
you can be like, no, I'm not doing it.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
You want to run away and then getting swallowed up by a whale. And it's like, to be in the plan of God is critical. It's vital.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And to be just faithful to anything he's asked us to do is very vital,
Mhm.
especially this generation where we don't have a lot of time. We just don't. You know, we can have some teachings about that or whatever.
Mhm.
There's not that much time left.
Yep.
Nobody knows exactly how much, but if you have a spirit, you can just look at life
Mhm.
and look at stuff that's going on. Stuff happening
It's happening.
crazy fast. Crazy fast.
Everything looks so good. I was just reading that today too about lust, fleshly, the things that are of the world and not of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to keep doing what you're doing. I'm at a time right here in my life where I got to get uncomfortable big time.
Yeah.
I'm too comfortable in what I've been doing for so long.
Right.
But I got to definitely get uncomfortable to make some progress.
Right.
So
Fear's okay, but being comfortable, God is against that.
mhm.
God is against people being comfortable because he'll always tell you to do something. And you said, like, you're in the season of being uncomfortable,
Mhm.
right? That's good.
Yeah.
God is in the uncomfortability. He's all in that because he's always calling us to come deeper, to go higher. You know what I'm saying? So when you get too comfortable, he has to come in and shake things up because we may not be listening. You know what I'm saying? I had to have somebody come and tell me that, because God had already spoke to me in a way that I may not have perceived it.
Mhm.
I may not have been listening. See, I thought I was supposed to go do all this stuff somewhere else, right? I wasn't perceiving it correctly.
Mhm.
So it was honest.
Yeah.
It was honest.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's why God had to send a prophet, to be like, hey, just like he did Saul. He had to send somebody.
Because would you have listened to anybody else?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I can't say. These are great questions. I don't know at all. But God, he's always in to shake things up, to shake the pot, because America's about to be shaken up here quickly, here coming up soon. America's about to be shaken up. God showed me what's coming. Let me see, like 15 years ago, stuff that's coming up now. Showed me he showed it to me in a dream, and some stuff, things that I'm doing now have to do with what he showed me. And now all these prophets and stuff are coming out saying, like, there's about to be a great shaking and stuff, like, and it's just to get our attention because this is how God feels. This is how he feels. He says, you guys have spoken harshly against me, saying, what does it benefit me to serve God?
That's right.
God is letting you know, listen, I have feelings. I do have feelings. I care. I when I say I'm emotional, it's not that I'm erratic in my emotions, but he does have emotions.
Yes, he does.
He is emotional. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean he's just if he was
They say he's a jealous God when it comes to us.
oh yeah.
That's how much he loves us.
Yes.
So
Just imagine jealousy. He's jealous that jealousy is jealousy.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If I would stay home and watch a basketball game today or football
Or
game,
the playoffs, right?
he'd be jealous.
Yep.
Like if you had a mate, you know what I'm saying, and they had were graduating from somewhere, and then you was like, you know,
Yep.
I'm a stay home and play the game.
Yep.
They'd get upset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what jealousy is. I mean, or if you was talking to another person, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you said, jealousy is jealousy.
It is.
It is what it is. But he's concerned about this generation because a lot of stuff is going to happen in our generation. We're going to see it. I hope a lot of stuff we don't see, you know, but some stuff we will see.
The Bible says it's a time for everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get. It seems like it has its smoke on it again, its dimness. But um, that was just an introduction. I'm not going to share the whole thing this week, but we will here soon.
Nice.
You guys have a good day. Come back to God. Seriously. Us. Faithful. Let's be faithful again.
I support you.
Let's be faithful again. My flame is not dwindling. It's not going to dwindle. When I spoke last year, the same time, I said God's going to rekindle us. That means reignite us, light us on fire again, put the flame up under this generation again. We need it. I'm here. I'm a voice in the desert saying, come, come. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Before it's too late, people are going to come.
Yes, they will.
To this generation, I'm saying, come back to being faithful to God. Come back to being faithful to Him. Come back to let him have your flame. Let Him light you on fire again. Let Him rekindle the flame between your relationship, between you and Him. Let Him light it on fire again.